Hi everyone, my name is Gloria. So I'll go ahead and start the presentation since we're at 4:25. So one of the first questions I ask is, how do you feel about applying to opportunities such as jobs and scholarships? And we have 40% of people saying that they feel scared, and then 60% saying they feel confident, but still hoping you're able to gain something from this meeting. So I'm really glad you joined this session because I want to help you uncover the secret sauce to submitting a stronger application. So let me have to clear my screen so I can see everything. All right, sweet. So I want to start off by introducing myself. So my name is Gloria Cota Aquirre. I am a public health major with a minor in Spanish. I am an aspiring physician assistant. So one of the first things I wanted to cover is mindset before I talk about some tricks and tips on how to submit applications. So I want to talk about the difference between a fixed and a growth mindset, which is really essential when trying to think about your framework about applying to opportunities. So a fixed mindset avoids challenges, and they believe that people are born with talent. And a good example of a misconception people believe is that people think that people are born naturally like artistic, and they think that they could never like build up this skill, which is a difference between a fixed and a growth mindset. And after they attempt something, if they fail, they tend to not revisit that subject and they give up. And so I want to emphasize how important it is, if you do find yourself in a fixed mindset, to try to shift with little changes and try to embrace challenges like the growth mindset that I have highlighted here, and to realize that everyone has to put in effort to build this skill. And then even if you do fail, to realize that it'll take work to improve and improvement will come slowly. So I wanted to show, typically like when freshmen or new students are coming into the university, that they think that their path will come out perfect, that they'll land the first perfect internship and have the perfect GPA, and they'll be club president, have a bunch of volunteering hours, and the first job you get will be the perfect job, which will land you to your ultimate dream job. And I think it's so important to emphasize that the actual path that you'll most likely go through in college is the real path. You'll probably go through a couple denied internship opportunities. You might try a bunch of different clubs, and you might have to like quit jobs. You might fail classes. But through all these failures, you'll still have some success stories, and you'll be able to balance, and you'll still be able to reach your ultimate goal. So this is what takes me to answer your question. So what is the secret sauce to submitting stronger application, which is adaptability and resilience. So resilience is the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, and adaptability is the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. So I want to emphasize to explore outside your intended path. Maybe you came into your freshman year thinking you have this strict plan that you'll follow and take all these classes and you'll graduate and go straight to your graduate program. I challenge you to look outside of those opportunities and maybe dabble in some study abroad opportunities or different jobs that may give you different exposures to life and other internships. So the reason why I decided to do this presentation is for myself. Coming as a freshman, I used to be the person with a fixed mindset, thinking that the initial plan I came in would be the plan that I would stick to forever. And it wasn't until my first semester, around like, what do I call it? Like, it was about mid semester where I decided that I wanted to try and apply to more scholarship opportunities. And I remember feeling so discouraged before because I had lost so many scholarship opportunities. And I was just thinking, you know what? The worst answer I can hear again is like no, or they might not even reply again. So I decided to apply, and I ended up going to Singapore and Malaysia. And it was honestly the best decision I could have made to not give up on myself. So with that like knowledge that I have now, I want to highlight how important it is to tailor your application to the position. You want to highlight the skills that you have that they're looking for. And so even if you don't have those skills, you can show off alternative skills that you do have that could help contribute and like make them a better team. And so I put at the bottom like a little quote saying, "You're not king sauce yet, but you can show them that you're ketchup." And ketchup's actually a component of king sauce. So it just shows that maybe you can't embody all of these strengths, but you can bring something to the table that will still help improve the team. And so it's always important to tell yourself, even if you do fail, just say that you're not there yet. Always add yet if you feel like you're finding yourself at a fixed mindset. So something I wanted to do is like practice with SMART goals and be able to plan like short-term goals. So I wanted to do breakout rooms, but I think we would be good to go if, how many people are in here? Actually, I will set up breakout rooms, but I wanted people to answer like these next 3 questions. So I want you to imagine yourself and where you see yourself 10 years from now. And then is there something that you could do now in the next month or so that could help you in the future? And if so, then let's set a SMART goal. So an example could be for myself, like I always envisioned myself becoming a physician assistant. So something I could do now is perhaps apply to a medical scribe position. And a couple of steps that I could take to get to that position is to prepare my resume and prepare my cover letter. And so with doing these 2 things, I can set up a SMART goal and reach out to resources to help me finish in those 30 days and submit an application. And even though I have no control whether I get accepted or not, I still took the initiative to complete that goal, and now I leave it in their hands to decide. So let me set up the breakout rooms really quick. That way you're able to do this activity. Doo-doo-doo. I think I was able to get everyone to their rooms.
Does it? Do you see that anyone isn't paired, or does it look like everyone's paired?
Yeah, everyone's in rooms of like 3 people, so that's good. I see an unassigned section and it says 0 now, but like before it was showing someone.
Oh, okay.
So I think I'm good. I don't know. I should probably give them until, because what time does my session end? Like 4?
25 or 25.
So then I have,
Wait, no, sorry, not 425, 445.
yeah, okay. So I have like 10 more minutes.
Yeah. How long are you gonna give them? Like,
I'll probably give them to like 40 and then bring them back and like see if they want to share anything.
yeah, I think that's good.
Did that presentation like come out well?
Yeah, that was really good. I feel like the visuals are really good, and like I think you presented it well. You didn't really trip up at all, kind of like I did.
Was this someone new? Hello.
Hello.
Hi, so you actually joined the session. We're in breakout rooms right now, but the whole intention of this workshop was to help people develop their goals and kind of step out of their comfort zone to be able to do something in the next 30 days that could help them in the long term. So you can like stay in here and like we could make a SMART goal if you want to.
Yeah, okay, sure.
So yeah, I can actually go back in my presentation. So I talked about like the difference between like fixed and like growth mindsets. And so my intention like with this workshop is to have you think that even if you do go through a failure, or maybe you didn't get the first like 10 jobs you applied to, that you're not there yet and that you'll eventually get to your dream goal, but it'll encompass a lot of like failures and successes. So I really wanted to emphasize like, well, let's start off like by saying like, what's your ultimate like dream goal or like dream job?
My ultimate dream job would be to become a vet, preferably an exotic animal veterinarian.
Okay, do you think that there's anything you could do in the next 30 days?
To work towards getting that job, I could inform myself about vets that are on campus and kind of get talking with them,
Okay,
or maybe just professionals in the field.
so I'm kind of sensing like shadowing and networking to faculty on campus. So an example of this, of like what you could do, is visit a resource. So I work at LifeLab and we help with like professional development. And so in order to reach out to faculty members, you have to work on the way you present yourself. And so a SMART goal you could say is like, by the end of the 30 days, I want to have visited LifeLab and worked on my elevator speech to be able to communicate with faculty members and like talk about like a shadowing opportunity.
I understand.
Yeah.
I actually got started working on an elevator pitch in Blue Chip Leadership. Is that similar to kind of what you're talking about?
Oh yeah, so like Blue Chip's an organization like you can join. Life Lab is more like you can drop in here and use us like whenever you need us, and then like come back and forth along like your 4-year journey.
Oh, I understand.
Yeah, so we're not technically like a club. We're just like peer educators that help you like develop your professional application.
Oh, okay, that's actually really interesting.
Hmm. I'll kind of like plug that in like 2 minutes because I actually have a shift after this from 5 to 7.
Oh, nice. So, do you just get students who have questions about various things, just anything that they're wondering?
Yeah, so for this semester, what it looks like, we have like an open Zoom room where students can come in, and I kind of do like an intake survey where we ask questions about like what they're up to now, like what they're looking for as an immediate goal. So some people are like already on it and they're like, I have this job position. I need you to help me like make my application like the one at the top. And so I'm like, okay, like let me take a look at your resume and your cover letter and like let me see the job description and I'll tell you how to like tailor it.
Oh, I understand. So it's kind of like refining what you already have,
Yeah, and
like your goals.
I also help with like interviewing skills. Yeah, just like anything that you would think that you would need to know before applying to a job. That's kind of what we're here to help with.
Oh, okay. I'll definitely, consider dropping by because I'm planning on getting a job, also an internship. So I'll definitely need help with my resume. Just make it the best I can in the
Yeah,
future.
and we would be happy to help. Let me call everyone back. Okay, sweet. So it'll close in 60 seconds. All right, sweet. So everyone's back from the session. Anyone can volunteer if they're brave enough and share their SMART goals. of like what they can complete in the next 30 days?
I could share if that's all right. We were talking about how like we could apply to internships and stuff like in the areas we're interested in, because all of us were like undeclared, kind of didn't know what we really wanted to do. So we were like just trying different internships to see what we really didn't like and what we did like to figure out what we wanted to pursue.
Yeah, I really like that. Does anyone else want to share?
I can share.
Okay.
Mine was kind of similar to yours, where I would like to be a teacher in the future. So doing something with children right now is kind of hard, but still trying to find like an internship or something that relates to teaching. So I need to make a resume in the next 30 days probably and look for different internships that I can apply to.
Sweet. Now that we're talking about like professional opportunities, I'm actually going to like plug where I work. So I'm a peer educator at the Life Lab, and like what Life Lab is you can come in like drop in hours or set up an appointment, and we help with people who want to explore their career options. We also review professional documents such as resumes, cover letters. If you're writing a resignation letter, we can also help with that too. We also do mini mock interviews. And so I actually wanted to like say that tonight I'm working at Life Lab from 5 to 7 p.m. So you can drop in and ask any questions. I can help with like your virtual like presence too with like LinkedIn and Handshake. So I can do it all for y'all. But I'm really excited to hear that everyone has their eyes set on like new opportunities that are coming up. And so I just wanted to emphasize the overall goal is to encompass like adaptability and resilience. So even if you fail, there's always another opportunity that will come back up. And like with that, that'll be the end of my session. And I'll stay around for like questions, but if everyone wants to head back to the main session, they'll be doing a giveaway.
So how do you get connected to the Life Lab? Like say like I wanted to join and yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we actually have a website. I think if you just type in like University of Arizona Virtual Life Lab, it will be like this box that comes up and it'll tell you our drop-in hours for the week, and then it'll give you our Zoom link to like join in. And so once you join in, you'll be put in a waiting room and it'll give you like an estimated wait time. Then after, you'll get connected to a peer educator like myself, and you'll introduce yourself and like tell us what your immediate goal is and like what your long-term one is. So for example, I've had students like come in and say, oh, like I'm looking to apply to this job and this is a job description, like, and this is like my application materials, like, can you help me like make a match? And so I'm here to say like, oh, okay, like welcome, like I'll be able to help you like tailor your resume and give you like tips so you're able to like go in, and then you can come in as often as you want to Life Lab. We're always available.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you.
No problem. But yeah, did anyone need the PDF or is everyone okay? Okay, sweet.
Thank you.
No problem. Everyone have a good day.
Thank you.